Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hi there. It's Michele Peterson. How are you guys this morning? Happy Tuesday. How are you guys? So, I have a confession to make. I had this awesome little creative title for our scope today, which is 7 ways to get lightning to strike when you're feeling uninspired. I had this, it was awesome. It was, it had the creative lettering, it had lightning, it had, it was colorful, and I had a misspelled word. so that's why you got the little light bulb with a few little lightning bolts. But so that's the one drawback with doodling, is that once you put it pen to paper, it's there. And you have to start all over if you make a spelling error. I didn't have time to redo it, so because I noticed it. I actually just noticed it as I was typing in the title for today's scope. So sorry, guys. The thought was there, but it just didn't implement this time. So good morning. Whether you're on the replay, whether you're here live with me on the app, whether you're on the web watching, I appreciate you being here. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And my name is Michele Peterson. I am a direct response copywriter and marketing strategist, and hey Ria, and I help creative entrepreneurs and business owners tell their stories and make more money. And I am sharing with you on Periscope some success strategies, some marketing tips, some ways to help you hopefully get some success in your business. So thank you for being here. And I am going to just jump right into it today. So today's topic is 7 ways to get lightning to strike, even when you're feeling uninspired. And haven't we all had those days? I mean, really, when you wake up and you're just like, oh, really, today? And even as entrepreneurs, right, we have the best jobs in the world. We're our own bosses. We choose who we work with, when we work, the kinds of things that we do. But still, there are those days. We all have them. And so what do? Sometimes you can just, if your schedule allows, you can just say, I'm going to take a rest. I'm going to take a break today. I am going to, with love, turn my phone off and give focus on me and give myself a rest to rejuvenate and get recharged. But what if your schedule doesn't allow that? What if you really have to get some things done today when you're feeling uninspired? How do you get that lightning to strike? How do you get inspired? And how do you spark that creativity? Right? So like with me, I'm a writer. So and the whole writer's block thing is real. But you can't just sit around and wait for that random inspiration to strike. That you have to get to work and you have to get things done. So I have some ways that I deal with that, and I'm going to share them with you. So hopefully they will help you too. And so I've listed them down. I want to make sure that I give you all of them. So okay, so my very favorite one is to get outside and walk the dogs. While I'm walking them, sometimes I'll listen to a podcast, sometimes I'll just listen to music, but, sometimes I won't listen to anything, and I'll just have in my mind, hey, Sarah, welcome. Sometimes I'll just have in my mind the problem that I'm working on or the project that I need to get started, that I need to have some inspiration. So as I'm walking, it's wild, but it works. It's because your mind, when your mind is on something else, but you've got that problem that you need to have solved working in the background, it frees it. It's like it frees up your mind to come up with these creative solutions when you're not trying so hard to find the solutions. Does that make sense? So number one way to get that lightning to strike is to get outside and walk your dogs. If you don't have a dog, just walk yourself. Walk around the block. So get outside and walk and do something. Second thing would be pump up some music, right? If you are auditorily inspired, pump up some music and that ties in with my number 3 is actually, so pumping up the music is one good way, but now get up and dance. You know, that whole thing, dance like nobody's looking. Well, get up and dance like nobody's looking, because nobody is unless you're got your Periscope on. But so pump up that music, get up and dance. And again, it's freeing your brain to have that, to let those ideas come in, because you're not actively trying to come up with your solutions for your ideas for whatever your project is. So also the actual activity of dancing or walking. It's been proven that when you're exercising, when you're moving, the endorphins that are released also will help you. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Those will help you with your creativity, help you with your mental processes. All right, so we're on number 4. Number 4 is just lay down and take a nap. Disconnect completely. Tell your subconscious, this is what I'd like to have some ideas for this project when I wake up. And take a nap. And really, just kind of blank your mind, blank your conscious mind, and take a nap. Now, I'm not talking take a nap and stay in bed all day. I'm talking like a little quick power nap, 20, 30 minutes. Amazing what you can accomplish when you get up from your nap. Really, guys, it's love it. Love naps. So, next, this is, this is number 5. Go outside and just soak up some sun. Go outside, take your cup of coffee, take your iced coffee if it's hot outside, and get out in the sunshine. Our bodies need the sun. It's harder to do when it's winter. Like right now, it's California. I'm in California, end of summer, and there's plenty of sunshine out there. And so this one gets challenging when it's dark and dreary, and you don't have that sunshine. But still try to go outside anyway. There's usually at least a little bit of sun filtering through. So get outside. The other close second maybe is to have really brighter lights inside. And if you can get the ones that mimic sunlight, those are, ideal. They're not okay. They're a close second choice, I should say. They're not ideal. The most ideal is the sun, but bright, natural looking light will help if you can't get out into the real sun. Okay, number 6 already is meditate. So meditation can be hard because it really is training yourself to clear your mind so that what your subconscious, what you need your subconscious to do. Thank you for the hearts, by the way. What you need your subconscious to do your subconscious can do what you need it to do. So meditating can be hard. I would definitely recommend some, search for some guided meditation if you're new to meditating, because they will help. But I got into meditating through a program that was offered by American Writers and Artists Inc. with Annette. I forget her last name, but it was Annette. And it was guided meditation, and it really helps. And so now I don't need the guided stuff anymore. I can do it myself. But it really helps, especially when you're starting to have that meditated guide to help guide you through and help keep you on track with meditation. Because let me tell you, it is just like anything else. It does take some training, and it takes some time to figure out how to do it and to make it effective for you. Great, thank you, Sarah, for that suggestion. Headspace. I've not tried Headspace before, but I'm going to look that up because I think anything that can help us is powerful. The more tools we have in our belt, the better. Because I've come to know how to meditate, and I can do it pretty well. But even what if I get stuck sometime? What if and there are days, trust me, what if, you know, I'm having one of those days when there's just, my mind can't settle down, so Headspace is maybe a really good one to go to. Thank you for that suggestion. I appreciate it. Okay, so we've gone through walk the dogs, pump up some music, get up and dance to that music, take a nap, get outside and soak up some sun, and meditate. So those are the first 6. And now the 7th one is, you know, just get started. Sometimes we can be so overwhelmed with if it's a big project, and so sometimes you just have to get started. Like for me, I have to open that Word document and I have to write, maybe sometimes it's just, this is what project it is and for what client. Sometimes if it's an email, maybe I start with the subject line, or if I can't even come up with a subject line, I put, this is where an awesome subject line is going to be, you know, or a headline. This is where a kick-ass, awesome headline is going to go. You know, kick-ass headline goes here, kind of thing. But the idea is you get those words on the screen, for me, on the screen. But sometimes, and actually sometimes it's actually writing it on paper, because sometimes I find that helps me with my creativity better. But you get those first words on the screen or on the page, and it's like it unblocks you, because now you've got something there, and that blank screen can be so intimidating, but now it's not blank anymore, right? Sometimes it's a matter of, well, let's do an outline, right? Let's figure out, these are the main things I want to say, and then I'll figure out how to say them. You know, so that can help. Just the act of getting started, that even if it's a very tiny, small step, it's empowering. And once you take that first small step, then you're like, okay, this isn't so bad. Let's take the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So what that last way to get lightning to strike is to just get started. And, you know, sometimes as you're getting started, even if it's, you know, even if you know you're not going to keep what what you're writing down in the beginning, you know you're not going to keep it, but as you're writing, that lightning a lot of times will strike, and you're like, that's how I wanted to say it. That's what I wanted to say. That's the story. That's the message that I need my people to hear. And like I say, sometimes it's, you know, into page 2 before you find that. Thank you again for the hearts. But, you know, so that helps me. I hope that one of those things will help you as well, because, you know, we rely on our creativity, and, you know, sometimes when you're not feeling it, but you still have to get things done. I mean, you do still have to get things done. So you can't wait around just waiting, like I say, for that random strike of lightning. Sometimes you have to give it a little push. So those are my 7 ways. Let's recap them one more time. Number 1 is walk the dogs. Get outside and walk the dogs. If you don't have dogs, walk yourself around the block, or a time or two, if you have just a small block, or take a longer walk. Walk to go get some coffee instead of getting in your car. Number 2 is pump up some music. Music, you know, with a good beat. Get yourself going. Get up and dance. Number 4 would be take a nap, and we're talking a little power nap, not a nap where you stay in bed all day. 5 was get outside and soak up some sun. Number 6 was meditate, and thank you, Sarah, for the Headspace app suggestion. And the last one is really, guys, just get started, and, you know, the act of doing it will help you get more things done. So any other questions? Anybody else have some suggestions for how you get inspired when you're not feeling it? If you do have suggestions or tips or questions or something that you would like me to cover on a future scope, please reach out to me and let me know. You can find me on Twitter at Michele Peterson. You can find me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Exactly Right Copy. Right as in, since I'm a writer, W-R-I-T-E. So Exactly Right Copy on Facebook. Or you can always find my contact information, my direct contact information on my website, which is exactlyrightwebcontent.com. Again, that's W-R-I-T-E, since I'm a writer. So exactlyrightwebcontent.com. That'll give you, if you want to reach out to me directly, you can find my phone number, my email, and ways to get a hold of me there. So I, again, appreciate you being here with me today for the Success Strategies Scope. I hope today has been helpful, and we will be back here tomorrow, hopefully together. I'll be here, will you? Tomorrow, 8 a.m.-ish Pacific time. Until then, make it a great day. Get your inspiration and get things done. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again for being here. Bye.